Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Just Send It to Marketing, a podcast where we analyze a brand, a campaign, or an advert. I have Andre here with me, who is a marketing strategy consultant, and I'm a luxury consultant. And today, we are going to talk about a brand.
So it's a Indian ancient inspired wellness hair care product, and it's also founded by two siblings. Today we're going to talk about Fable Mane.
Let's get into it.
So, Prachi, I'm going to ask you, how did you come across this brand?
It's an interesting story. So when I went back to India after 2 years of studying here, my hair was mess and how. And they were very, in our ancient Indian tradition, we apply a lot of home remedies. For example, my scalp was a mess, my split ends were a mess, everything was mess. So my grandmother used to keep telling me that it needs to be internal. It needs to be with home remedies that you can cure everything. So while analyzing those home remedies, I was looking for Ayurvedic shampoos.
Okay.
And that's when I came across Fable Mane. Of course, from the website, we don't believe anything. So I believed in word of mouth at that point, because Ayurveda for me is word of mouth. Because until you try, you don't understand. It has things like shikakai, brahmi, then nilgiri, bringaraj. These are all very Ayurvedic plants,
Right,
which are used still in Indian tradition. These are all a part of Indian secret.
Right.
So the brand was using that. And when my grandmother saw that ingredient list, she was like, okay, get this, then I tried that product. It has it, when you open it, it has a typical smell of Ayurveda, which I really liked, because nowadays with everything and the chemicals and everything, you only smell the chemicals. You don't understand what is the core ingredient of that shampoo or conditioner. So that was a thing with Fable and Mane, and that's when I came across it. And it's a huge growing startup. So I was like, we can talk about it.
Yeah. So you always started with your grandmother.
Yes.
So she chose the product based on the ingredients,
yes,
not the brand positioning, not the brand visuals. It was purely because they were basically promoting the real ingredients.
Yeah.
And that it's part of the Indian tradition, isn't it?
It is, because there were lot of times when I was younger, she used to put the juice of onion and grill, grind the curry leaves and then put a bit of yogurt in everything.
Okay.
And then she used to apply to my scalp.
Wow.
And for some reason, the effect was so different than when I use a conditioner and the effect of it right now. So that's when I realized that it has so much of importance, it has so much of significance, that if you apply everything and apply this science, modern technology, it can do wonders. And I think that's what Fable and Mane are doing.
Well, that's really nice.
Yeah.
It's really interesting to see how they kept the traditions and brought something that was, I don't know, thousands of years old.
Yes.
To today, and still able to advertise and keep the brand cohesive.
Yeah, Andre. What do you think about the brand? So I knew that you were researching about it and going through it.
Yeah. So my first interaction with the brand, if you like, was going to their website.
Yeah.
And I must admit, I really loved the colors. I really love the animal that they promote.
Yeah.
I think it resonates with me a little bit because of Brazil. So we had this conversation before about traditions and Indians and Brazilians. We kind of tend to behave in a certain way.
True.
Bringing old medicines to today.
Yeah.
And that's the vibe I got from the website. It was instantly something that put me back home.
Yeah.
And then browsing the website, I think the product selection is great. It's really easy to navigate. They have a really big CSR part.
Yes. Yes.
And it's really, really great, beautiful what they do.
Yeah.
And they, of course, the sourcing is I forgot the word.
It's actually organic. Like, for example, what I like about them is they have kept our heritage alive.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they have added elements for visibility, and that's what I like about them. So that it's a combination of Gen Z and it's a combination of tradition. So that's what I like about them. Is I know it's a very one or two visibilities that you can get through branding, but it shows. It's not subtle. It shows, and that's what Ayurveda was anyway. Even if you just take cardamom, roast it, and you grind it, the smell will roam through your entire house.
Okay.
So it's that even if you do a small thing with it, the aroma that comes through it, it's huge.
Okay.
And I think that is one secret that they've applied to their communications and branding. So apart from the ingredients, the visual showcase is much more. Second, when you say about their sourcing, I think it's organic sourcing, because they have used small things like massagers. Your comb should be bamboo. I think after that, me and my husband use bamboo comb. We don't use a plastic comb anymore.
Okay.
So, and trust me, you see the difference.
Okay. I'm gonna try then.
You should get that bamboo comb. And I didn't realize the importance of that unless and until you read about it.
Okay.
Or you feel it yourself. I think we covered one theory here only. Unless you touch and feel the product or you use it, you don't understand it.
Other theory, marketing theory that's really clear on their website is social proofing.
Yeah.
Because in every page they have that kind of Instagram grid, and with people talking about the product and using the product. They do a lot of Instagram influencer marketing.
Yeah.
But when you take that and go check the reviews or comments, you tell that they do deliver what they promise.
Yes.
Because one thing is to use an influencer.
Yeah.
And the other thing is see the real reviews.
True.
And when I looked on a few different websites and I went through the influencers profiles as well, and most of the comments are positive.
Yeah.
It's really kind of, it's a great product. Yeah. I'm happy to have tried. I want to try that one now. So people are raving about it.
Yeah. It's a growing hair care brand. And one of my close friends, she was like, I would love you guys to talk about it. So, and I'm like, yeah, why not? It's one where, the good thing about it is the next trend, like the biggest trend of 2024 in beauty is hair care.
Okay.
More and more people are realizing the importance of hair care. More and more people are starting to be aware of what hair problem they have. For example, I had a scalp problem. So I knew that the problem is specific. And what Fable Mane does is to target that specific problem.
Okay.
It's not for everyone. So I think that also comes in their cons, that it's not for everyone.
Yeah.
It has products for very specific kind of problems. So I think that's where it is. And at the same time, the price point is a bit higher.
It is.
Yeah.
They position themselves a little bit more on the premium
side.
On the premium side of things.
Yeah.
And you can see that premium price come across on the packaging as well.
Yeah.
Because it's really, really impressive.
Yeah.
What could you find another theory? Because we talked about two already.
Yes. It's social proofing, as you said. It's one of the biggest theories. The second is, the affect heuristic.
Okay.
We studied about heuristics.
Yeah.
And it's the instant reaction that you get. So what they do is they're trying to get us back to the nostalgia that Indians have. Going back to what their grandmother used to do, going back to masala tea, for example. That's a basic Indian thing. But when you add cardamom and clove and everything, that adds up to a certain spice, right? So when you smell that aroma of it, you go back to your childhood days. For example, I go back to my childhood days. So they're trying to target that. So that's affect heuristic, when they're pushing nostalgia to you, and you as a consumer unknowingly are grabbing it.
It's really is, because I remember we studied this together, and when you play with a sense in marketing, with the faster way to bring a memory is through your sense.
Exactly.
And if a brand can bring that, you're going to remember.
Yeah.
So like you're saying, when you open product, that instantly brings some good memories for your childhood, or any other happy memory that you have from being back in India.
Yeah.
And it is important for them.
It is.
I do hope that as they grow, because they are growing, they don't lose that touch, because that happens. We've seen that happen before.
True.
With other brands.
With other brands,
As the bigger you get, the less attached to your root you are.
True.
For a brand, it's really important, especially a brand like them. It's important for them to keep very, very close to the roots and to the
True. I think that's one of their USP, and if they shouldn't lose on that, because that's one thing. Another, I think we talked about touch and feel thing. So that's the embodied consumption theory that we are applying there, where I agree, like, you're saying that it's good online, people are talking good about it, but I still don't believe it. I won't until I use the product myself. So that's the embodied consumption. So when I touch the product, I go back to my emotions. I don't when I see it, but I go when I touch it.
Correct.
That's a difference.
Yeah.
So I think so. Except social proofing, the effect heuristic, and mostly, Andre, there's this theory called anti-consumption theory, where as a consumer, you're trusted and attached to a certain kind of shampoo, a certain kind of aroma, everything. So when 4 people around you are keep telling you that, what, you keep using the same thing. You keep using the same thing. How mundane are you? So when a certain person comes and tells you that, you automatically shift your own perception. You go into that anti-consumption zone. And that's when, okay, if I'm trying L'Oreal for a few days, okay, if she said that, now I'm going to go out and try Ayurveda. That's one of the consumption pattern as well that I observed, and people are trying Fable.
And it shifts there and then brings the new brand. Yeah. That's brilliant.
I think, those were a few important theories that I realized while studying about it. So, Andre, what do you think we have talked about their cons, like their price point is a bit higher, that it's positioned themselves as premium. So, as you suggested that they have to stick to their roots. What else can you suggest for them?
Right. So, again, going back to their website, I could see some gamification aspects on their website, which is a good side. I wanted that to be a bit more explored. It's a small side of the website. You have to click and have to find. And again, we've seen that before. Gamification now, it's taking brands to the next level, because they make you go and you click a button, roll the dice, get a discount, and you're going to end up spending when you were not expected to spend. So I would explore more the gamification on the website, even though it's already good. I would explore more. The ethical sourcing and all of that, and the CSR initiatives. It's difficult to find on the website, even though it's great, it's there. I would like to see the results of it. The landing page is beautiful. The photos are incredible. But again, the siblings, the founders, they are very likable people. When you see the photos, you already like them. I want them to be more on that and do videos about it, the project, talking about it, and giving results, real results.
Right.
Because me, from an outsider, it all looks great, but what is the proof? I want to see proof that the work they're doing, it's bringing results. Again, just to keep pushing the efforts in the company forward. And one last suggestion for them would be tackle the social media comments. Even though there's a lot of people talking good about them, there's loads of questions as well. People asking about for example, when this product will be back in stock, or can I buy this and ship to America? Those kind of questions, which is they're genuine questions from consumers, and no one's replying. So if I were them, I would definitely look on getting my social media. It is visually great, but I need to interact with my public. I need to interact with not my consumers yet, but they want to consume my product. So definitely invest some time and that
on the social media.
Correct.
Right. Amazing. That's nice.
So shall we do a quick SWOT like we always do?
Yes, please.
Can you give me some strengths and weaknesses?
Yes. So strengths, as we say, amazing brand visibility. Their USP is great. It's something that many people target, but not everyone can pull off. So I think that's one thing where they have won already. Great consumer reviews as well. That's a plus point, because if reviews are not, there's no social proof. So that's That's where they have done again. Both thing is their ingredient list. It's very different. It's very niche, and the sourcing is ethical and organic. CSR great. So I think that's their strength. With weaknesses, I feel that their weaknesses, their price point is a tad bit higher. And Indian culture will mostly look for, if it's their secret, they'll look for an affordable price point.
Okay.
That's what I think. Again, weakness is their long-term research is a bit dicey, I feel. For example, they're targeting certain problems, but what are the long-term effects of it? So I think that can be researched more, that you can use this product for more than 10 years or more than 5 years or things like that. And the third thing is it's not available to everyone. Only certain people can use their products if only they have problems. So I think that's where one thing, because they have a subscription service, but their subscription service won't be applied to everyone. Not everyone will be comfortable doing that. So yeah, I think these are few weaknesses, some opportunities and threats.
Sure. So again, opportunity side, I would highlight my CSR actions more. I would scream what I'm doing, you know, especially when my brand relates to Indian traditions.
True.
I want to scream what I'm helping, what I'm doing good for them. Male products, even though they have, I think there's a lot of room there to explore, especially that, like you said, the trend for 2024 is going to be hair product.
Yeah.
And I'm sure male is a big part of big share of the consumers for them.
It is.
So the male public. Threats, definitely, again, the economy, you know, the downturn of the economy. And they need to be careful with bad press when it comes to cultural appropriation. I know they are Indian and they are using Indian traditions, but there's social media is very unpredictable now. So you need to be careful with that. And thinking about how the ethical sourcing is going to keep ethical. Animal testing, they're going to keep not using animals because they don't.
Yeah.
But they need to really, really look after and be careful with that. So that's always a potential threat when you use, when you are in those topics.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, and overall, it's a really pretty brand.
Yeah.
Colors, they match the products, the packaging, and the social media is just incredible.
Yeah.
I think brand-wise, they are very strong.
Yes.
Product, very strong. I would just have a step back. For example, social media.
Yeah.
I have my perfect feed, but I'm not talking to my consumer. They're asking me questions and I'm not engaging with them.
Yeah.
I'm losing the opportunity there to turn someone into a consumer.
True. Great.
Awesome. Yeah.
Thank you so much, everyone, for watching this. I would like to thank my friend who suggested this company and startup as well. Please let us know if you have any brand, any advert, or any campaign in mind that you want us to talk about, and we would love it. So, see you next time.
Thank you.